Okay, so this week you guys sent in something pretty interesting.
Yeah.
This article from Spavelous online magazine,
Oh, yeah?
and it's titled Beyond Relaxation: Why 2025 Travelers Are Choosing Community-Centric Shared Adventures at Spas and Resorts. It's really thought-provoking.
Yeah,
It's not just about, lying there on the massage table anymore.
Yeah, it really jumps out at you right away.
Right,
This
dude.
idea that the whole purpose of going to like a spa or resort,
Yeah.
it's changing. It's not just about you by yourself anymore.
Okay, so for this deep dive,
Okay.
we're going to dig into this whole trend that the article is talking about, this community-centric spa travel in 2025.
Right.
We really want to understand, why people might be choosing these, shared experiences over just like a solo trip.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to look at what's making people want this community while they're on vacation.
Okay.
We'll check out some really cool examples of destinations that are doing this.
Yeah.
And then try and figure out what the core values are that are driving this whole movement.
Makes sense.
So, when you think about your next trip, are you just picturing yourself, alone and peaceful?
Mm-hmm.
Or is there a part of you that wants something more connected?
It is the question, isn't it? I
Yeah.
mean, even the title Beyond Relaxation, that kind of tells you right there that things are changing.
Okay.
It's not just about getting away anymore. It's
Right.
about wanting something more.
Okay, so let's get into the main idea here.
Okay.
The article says that community-centric is the new luxury for 2025 travel.
Wow.
That's a pretty big statement.
It is.
So if you actually go to one of these spas or resorts,
Yeah.
what does this new luxury actually look and feel like?
Well, the article paints a pretty clear picture, imagine instead of starting your day alone in your room,
Yeah.
you start it with like a group sunrise yoga session.
Oh.
And, having all those people there with you kind of makes the whole thing even better. And then maybe you have communal dining, share stories over breakfast, and it's all local food. And then instead of just doing your own thing all day,
Yeah.
you could join cultural workshops with other people.
Wow.
Maybe learn some traditional craft or even all work together on some kind of art project.
That's pretty cool.
Then you could go on group nature hikes,
Mhm.
discover new things together, or
What?
go to wellness seminars where you're learning and talking with others.
Yeah.
They're really changing these places into, I love this phrase, social sanctuaries.
Social sanctuaries.
Yeah,
That's like the opposite of what we normally think of when we picture a spa.
it is.
So it's not just about the massages and stuff.
Right.
It's all these group activities that are becoming the main attraction.
Exactly. And if you think about it in the bigger picture, it really connects to something we all need as humans.
Okay.
The article talks about the psychology of it,
Yeah.
that deep down we all want to belong and connect with each other,
Mm.
especially these days when everyone's online all the time, but it can feel kind of lonely.
Right. You can have tons of online friends,
Yeah.
but that's not the same as real community.
No, it's
Yeah.
So how does this community-centric travel thing help with that?
That's a good question.
Well, the article says that these shared experiences actually go way beyond just relaxing.
Okay.
When you do things with other people, it's good for your emotional health.
Uh-huh.
And having real conversations can actually make you think more clearly.
Okay.
And when you're part of a supportive group, you just feel better about yourself.
Yeah.
So basically, these spas are starting to offer social wellness,
Right.
just like they've always focused on physical wellness.
Yeah, it's like the resort itself becomes this hub,
Yeah.
not just for some alone time, but like the article says, a gathering space for meaningful group experiences.
Right.
It's almost like the actual place becomes less important
Yeah.
than the people you meet there.
I think that's a really important point.
Wow.
It's not just about how fancy the place is or how nice the stuff is.
Right.
It's about who you're there with and the memories you make together.
Yeah, and the article gives some great examples of these meaningful group experiences.
Yeah.
Like those art workshops we talked about,
Mhm.
and then things like meditation ceremonies together.
Right.
Or even trips where you learned about the culture together.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's wellness retreats that are all about doing things as a group.
Yeah.
It's like they're designing things on purpose to get people to connect.
Yeah, you're not just sitting around in the same place.
Yeah.
You're actually doing something together.
And the article also mentions how these destination spas
Mhm.
are putting together experiences with certain themes
Yes.
to attract people who are kind of already on the same page.
Right. Can you tell us a bit more about that?
Sure.
It's really interesting how these spas are becoming more specialized,
Yeah.
focusing on specific themes like mindfulness
Okay.
or being creative or healing practices or even different ways of eating. By doing that, they're basically attracting people who already share the same values and goals.
Okay.
And that makes it easier to connect on a deeper level.
It makes sense.
The article even suggests that some people end up becoming really good friends.
Oh, wow.
And they support each other in their wellness journeys.
Yeah.
And even travel together again in the future.
So your spa trip could be like the beginning of a whole new group of friends.
Yeah, exactly. And the article gives some real-world examples of places that are really doing this community thing.
Okay, let's hear about those.
All right, so first they talk about these luxury island resorts.
Yeah.
Like the Sea Pines Resort in Hilton Head Island, South Carolina.
Okay.
They do things like group beach cleanups.
Nice.
And then you go do relaxing spa treatments together.
That's cool.
So you're giving back to the environment and then taking care of yourself.
Right.
And you're doing it all as a group.
That's a really cool way to like do something good together and then relax together.
Yeah, exactly. Then you've got these mountain retreat spas, like the Red Mountain Resort in St. George, Utah. They combine these really amazing hikes with soaking in hot springs. But then they add in group activities that are more about looking inward.
Okay.
Like journaling or mindfulness exercises. And being in that beautiful nature just makes the connections even stronger.
So it's not just about the physical part of hiking.
No.
It's also about thinking about what it meant to you and talking about it with the group.
Exactly. And the third example is these cultural wellness lodges.
Okay.
Like Wilcatica in Cusco, Peru.
Okay.
They really focus on experiencing the local culture. They do things like traditional dances and cooking classes.
Nice.
And you do it all together as a group.
That's awesome.
Learning about a new culture with other people can really bring you closer.
Yeah, definitely.
The article really emphasizes that in all of these examples.
Okay.
The journey itself becomes like a key part of the transformation.
It's like they're building in all these ways for people to connect.
Yeah.
Okay, so the article also talks about the money side of things. Like, why are people still spending money on spas and resorts?
Yeah.
Especially when things are kind of uncertain with the economy?
Well, it goes back to that community-centric is the new luxury idea.
Right.
The article talks about this new concept called value-driven wellness travel.
Okay.
It's not just about the price.
Yeah.
It's about what you get for your money.
Right.
People are starting to care more about experiences that make them feel good emotionally and socially, not just physically.
Right.
They see these trips as an investment in their well-being, not just a splurge.
So it's about how much value you feel like you're getting.
Exactly.
And the article talks about smart spending, deep satisfaction.
Yeah.
It's like people are saying these all-inclusive packages with the community events are a good deal because they take care of both your personal needs and your need to connect with people.
Exactly. It's like you're getting more than just a massage.
Right.
You're getting a sense of community and belonging.
Yeah.
And you're growing as a person all in one experience.
And that also connects to how spas are including more cultural stuff in what they offer.
Right.
It's like they're turning travel into a learning experience.
Yeah.
The article gives some cool examples of this. Can you tell us about them?
Of course. So they talk about art venture
Okay.
at places like the Eastland Institute in Big Sur, California, where they do expressive art therapy in this amazing natural setting.
Wow.
It's about exploring your inner self
Yeah.
along with other people in a creative and supportive environment.
That sounds really powerful.
It is. And then there's astro adventures, like guided stargazing at the Boulders Resort and Spa. Stars together.
Yeah.
It can make you feel a sense of awe and wonder.
Yeah.
And it connects you to the people you're with.
There's something really special about looking at the stars with other people.
There is. And then they mention horticulture
Okay.
at places like the Four Seasons Resort in Lanai, Hawaii, with walks through botanical gardens and horticultural therapy,
Nice.
connecting with nature together, learning about plants. It makes everyone feel calm and curious.
I like that.
The main point is that travel is changing from just watching things
Right.
to actually doing things and connecting with people.
Yeah, it's like you're not just a tourist anymore.
Yeah.
You're really experiencing the place and the people.
Exactly. So looking ahead, what does the article say about where this whole community-centric travel trend is going?
That's a good question.
Well, the article says that this whole idea of shared experiences is only going to get bigger.
Okay.
People are going to form even stronger bonds by doing things they're passionate about together,
Right.
whether it's learning about different cultures or protecting the environment or even playing sports.
I like that.
And the article makes a really interesting point.
Okay.
It's not just about individuals getting something out of it.
Right.
It's about creating a world where people are more connected and understand each other better.
That's a really great idea.
It is. Are there any specific trends within this whole movement that the article points out as being important?
Yeah, are there any?
Yes, there are a few key trends to watch out for.
Okay.
First is social impact.
Okay.
More and more spas are getting involved in supporting the local community.
Yeah.
And they're encouraging their guests to participate in projects that help the environment.
Like what?
Well, the article mentions the Carillon Miami Wellness Resort in Miami, Florida, as an example.
Okay.
It's about expanding that feeling of community beyond just the people staying at the resort.
So it's not just about the guests connecting with each other.
Right.
It's about connecting with the whole community.
Exactly. The second trend is tech-enhanced connection.
Okay.
That's using technology to help people stay in touch even after their trip is over.
Oh, that's cool.
So you can keep those friendships going no matter where you live.
I like that.
And the third trend is multi-generational wellness.
Okay.
These are retreats designed to bring together people of all ages.
Wow.
The article mentions Siwash Lake Wilderness Resort in British Columbia, Canada, as a good example.
Okay.
They have guests from all different generations.
So these trends are all about making those connections stronger and longer lasting.
Yeah, and the article calls this a global spa movement in the making.
Wow. What does that mean?
Well, it means that people are realizing that vacations can be more than just a quick escape.
Okay.
They're a chance to connect with other people, to experience different cultures, and to see things from a new perspective.
That's cool.
This new way of thinking is creating this global movement.
Right.
Where travel is seen as a way to learn and grow. And spas are a big part of that.
Interesting.
It's about combining relaxation with learning about different cultures and turning spas into places where you can rejuvenate yourself and have meaningful conversations with people from all over the world.
So it's like the old idea of a spa as just a place to focus on yourself is totally changing.
It is. At the end of the article, there's an FAQ section that answers some common questions.
What are some of the main things they talk about?
Well, they basically repeat the main points we've been discussing. They emphasize that in 2025, travelers want experiences that combine wellness with connecting with other people. They also explain why people still go to spas and resorts even when money might be tight.
Right.
It's because they're getting more than just a physical benefit.
Yeah.
They're getting emotional, social, and psychological benefits too. And finally, they say that the main reason people like community-focused spa travel is because it gives them a chance to connect with people who are like them.
Yeah.
To make memories that will last and to come home with something more meaningful than just souvenirs.
So it's not about the stuff you buy.
No.
It's about the relationships and the experiences you have.
Exactly. And the article ends with some key takeaways.
Okay, what are they?
They bring everything together. They say that in 2025, travel is becoming more intentional, more about connecting with others, and more focused on well-being. They also say that spas and resorts are creating experiences that mix relaxation with making connections. And they point out that the way the economy and technology are changing is actually helping this trend grow.
Interesting.
And they end with a really powerful thought.
Okay.
Travelers aren't just looking to be alone anymore. They're looking for their people.
Right.
They're looking for what they're passionate about, and they're looking for peace.
I love that.
And they're doing it all together.
That's a really inspiring way to think about the future of travel.
It is.
So as you're listening to this,
think
about what you want from your own travels. Are you just looking to get away from everything?
No.
Or are you maybe looking for something deeper, like a connection with other people and sharing experiences? These community-centric adventures, like we've been talking about, they offer so much more than just rest.
Definitely.
They can help you feel renewed. They can help you build real relationships. And they can even change you as a person.
Right.
So ask yourself, what are you really looking for in your travels? Are you looking for peace? Are you looking to grow? Or are you looking for new friends?
That's a good question.
Maybe a community-centric trip is exactly what you need.
It could be.
To make your life richer and more fulfilling.
Yeah.
So maybe it's time to think beyond just booking a vacation.
Okay.
And start thinking about booking a transformation.
I like that.
Transformation.